Alright. So now it is time for the credits to roll. And likewise, it is time for me to finally rate this game. So, for Dante's Inferno, for plot, I will rate this game 4 out of 5 stars. My reasoning for this is that while this game heavily borrows from the Divine Comedy, in any case, I still love the large amount of originality it used. Like, the way the realms of hell were constructed were all out of the book, but, you know, they actually created a story that actually was not actually part of the Divine Comedy. It used some names, it did a few things. It was a really original plot. I liked it. It was full of its turning points and all that. I enjoyed it. I really do enjoy the plot, so 4 out of 5. Gameplay, I'm gonna give 4 out of 5. Overall, it's... I'm gonna regret using this label, but I know a lot of people have already. It's like God of War, but it has its own differences, which make it pretty interesting. The controls are good, they're nice and flexible. It makes the gameplay pretty fun. Certain elements I don't agree with. We all know I have my little issues. Like, for example, the way grabbing preempts certain things. How certain things... You've seen my share of little issues throughout this game with the gameplay. Like, the cross aiming into the ground when it shouldn't. Stuff like that, basically. All that stuff are small little things that I won't really, let it affect the gameplay too heavily, score-wise. But still, it's not... The gameplay isn't perfect. It's good gameplay. It's pretty appropriate, but it's not perfect. I also enjoyed stuff like the Judas coins, the relics, and all that stuff. It really made the game more fun, so there you go. Graphics, I'm going to give 5 out of 5. I can't really say from a standards of the PS3 point of view how good the graphics are, but, like, I mean, consider the fact that this is, like, HD quality. We're looking at a game on the PS3. It's not like we're dealing with SNES graphics or anything like that. I don't know. The fact is, these are really great graphics. They really pop out at you. The hyper-realism of it all kind of is, I don't know how to put it. I really don't honestly like graphics like this. I don't like the hyper-realism, all the blood and gore and all that, but honestly, I still like it in this game. This game, I'm willing to overlook that just because it looks so amazing. Music, I'm gonna give a 5 out of 5. Admittedly, there really is not a lot of music in this game. Nothing I really remember, because mostly what it is that it's mostly silence with the exception of certain points, fights, and stuff like that. But and again, I can't really say I actually really tuned into any of the soundtracks. But still, the fact is, the music's great. It's really fitting from what I do remember of it. I like it. I kind of wish there was a bit more. It was overly ambient. It was overly ambient, and that's what I really enjoy about games. Like, when you're not fighting, it's ambient, maybe a little filled with screams and gore. I don't know. I could be describing this all wrong, but still, I enjoyed the music. What music there was. So 5 out of 5. Replay value, I'm giving a 3 out of 5. Overall, if you miss things throughout the game, then that's reason to go back through and get everything, sure. If you're doing resurrection mode, in order to get max out both sides of the holy and unholy paths, then sure, that works. But overall, there really isn't what I consider a lot of replay value. Like, okay, sure, you have yeah, you have those two things. You have resurrection mode, and you have anything you may have missed in the first run, but honestly, I really don't consider that enough replay value, because overall, it's nevertheless the same. You're just going through a little easier because you'll have all those abilities and whatnot, but I don't know, I really can't even say nothing really changes. It's just the same thing, so yeah, I can't really give it a high score on replay value. For fun factor, I am going to give this game 4 out of 5, because I mean, this game was really fun. I will admit, I had my upsetting points, such as greed. But overall, it was fun. Just the whole idea of traveling through the underworld, killing demons, absolving souls. It all worked out. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. But of course, I have to knock it because there were times where it did get really frustrating with some of the checkpoints, particularly. But well, overall, I'm not really going to hurt it that badly for that. I had a fun time overall. So enough said. So overall, this game gets 25 out of 30 stars, which is about a 4 out of 5 rating overall. Alright, so that ought to do it. At some point I might, don't quote me on this, but I might show off a small bit of bonus content for this game. There is like a bit of bonus content you get if you got the what version am I playing of this game? If you got the Divine edition of this game, you get a little extra bonus content with it. I forget exactly what it's called, but like I might show that. It's sort of like an extra level. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to show it though. It's overall, it doesn't really impact the story at all. It kind of does, but not really. I don't know. I'll think it over. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Dante's Inferno. So, hopefully I'll get to something else before I go back to college for the winter break. But we'll see how that all works out. So, this is Solomon signing off. Thanks for watching.